What is up, YouTube? Welcome back for another Q&A video. If you are watching this, most likely I am on vacation and I filmed this in advance. That way I'd have some content to post while I was enjoying myself with some much needed R&R time with my boys. Team Dry Scoop, baby. Rocking that Subzilla shirt, by the way. Shout out Subzilla, shout out Anchorham. As always, if you want to get involved in these, head over to my Facebook page, Remington James, link in description. Go over there and look out for my weekly post where I ask for your questions and I do my best to answer them with probably too in-depth of a response. So with that, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get this show started. If you guys are ready for me to answer some questions, then I'm ready to answer them. Let's do it! Alright guys, first question comes from Chris Hildebrandt, and he asks, do you have any plans on entering any physique competitions or any fitness or bodybuilding contests in the future? Well, as of right now, guys, right, I understand that fitness and competing is a huge part of a lot of people's lives. Like my buddy Nate, for instance, that dude loves to compete. He loves getting on that stage and he loves the whole process of getting stage ready. For me personally right now, that's not really where I want to focus my energy, right? You guys know what I like to do. I do enjoy myself some food. I enjoy these eating challenges, and I'm not the type of guy that wants to stay shredded year round. I like being in a position where I have abs and I'll take my shirt off gladly, walk around, but the dedication and consistency it takes to walk around that lean all the time, it's a whole nother animal, guys, and it's miserable being that lean. And look, you see these people that look like that, and in your head you're probably thinking, wow, I wish I could be like that. But you have to understand that like being like that is a very sad existence. The final few weeks of Nate's diet prep, he was like a zombie walking around. You could barely get the dude's attention. You're like, Nate, it's not for the faint of heart, right? And not saying that I don't believe I could do it, but boy, I love food. I love cheat meals. I love having the eating challenges and bringing that content to you guys. And I just don't think right now that's in the cards for me. I am more focused on helping other people and kind of building my business, building my brand than I am stepping on a stage. Because I feel like the dedication it would take to get on that stage would ultimately take away from what I'm doing here. So as of right now, I have no plans. I know me and Nate talked about it. He's planning on doing another show maybe later this year or next year. And we talked about maybe doing a series on my channel where I document him along with me on his road to the show, and then I would kind of do a diet prep and everything with him as we get him show ready, and I could see maybe what it took to give you guys an inside look of how that whole process kind of plays out and some of the stuff you go through mentally and physically as you prep for a show. That's an idea for future content. If you'd like to see that, comment below, by the way. Comment below, because I think that'd be a really cool series to do. So as of right now, no plans in the future, no plans. Thank you for your question. Next question is from Ashley Warner. You guys might recognize Ashley from the All You Can Eat Pizza Challenge, from the second vlog we did of the Arnold Classic. So she asks, is smashing a medium pizza and wings good for a woman? I'm asking for a friend. I think the legit answer to that question is probably not. That's probably not a good thing. I mean, if you've been good all week and you make that your cheat meal, then hey, I think you're fine. But to just smash that and ask if it's good, probably not. Even though I have an idea that your friend already knew the answer to that question. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. Next question is from Kevin McCarty. He asks, what kind of cardio do you do? I'm doing intermittent fasting like you and don't eat until hours after my weight and cardio sessions. Is that okay, or do I need something after my sessions? Thank you. Okay, cardio I do, guys. I am a steady state cardio type of dude. If you've been following me long enough, you already know the answer to this, but I like to elaborate on this stuff for new subscribers. Over 300 people are being added to my channel daily. So if I can give someone a little bit of information, hey, I'm going to. So I do 40 minutes of cardio, well, 41 minutes technically every single day. And I always do low intensity, steady state cardio. So what that is either setting the incline up on a treadmill and walking, getting on a stair step or getting on an elliptical, whatever, gets my heart rate up. I'm not going too crazy, but I'm sweating, I'm breathing heavy, and I couldn't really carry on a decent conversation if I wanted to. And that's how you know your cardio is working. I've actually just switched to a new gym that I go to part of the time, kind of get myself away from everything for a little bit, kind of unplug and kind of go into my own zone. A bunch of people I don't really know. When I'm at a new gym, I observe people and kind of what they do, right? And I see a lot of people that are struggling with like weight issues, and I'll see them on these cardio machines and they're just like not doing anything, right? And I don't even really see them breathing heavy. They're not really look like they're sweating. And I just want you to know that if you're spending your time on the cardio machine doing that and you're not really like breathing heavy, you're not really sweating, then you're kind of wasting your time. So what I recommend is low intensity steady state, which is where you get your heart rate up, you're breathing heavy, it's taxing you, you're sweating, you're not going too crazy, but that's the type of cardio that like everybody can do. And I'd like to do that for prolonged periods of time. 40 minutes is about perfect for me. When I'm doing it that way, I can still do work on my phone, because a lot of times when I'm doing cardio, it's when my videos are rendering, right? So I'm doing other work on my phone. I'm emailing clients, I'm setting up meal plans, stuff like that, creating YouTube thumbnails, having ideas for YouTube content, posting on other social media. So for me, I kind of multitask while I do my steady state. The second part of your question was, you're fasting, you don't eat until hours after your weight and cardio sessions. Is that okay? Or do I need to take something after my sessions? That is totally fine. Fasted training and fasted cardio are totally fine. But what I do recommend is that you are taking branched chain aminos before and after your training, simply because in the absence of having food in your belly, your body's gonna be looking for energy. If you don't have branched chain aminos in your system, your body's either gonna go for energy in the form of the muscle on you or the fat on you. Think about it, your muscles are made up of amino acids, and your body's gonna want those. If it senses you have those branched chains in your system, it's not gonna want those, and it's gonna go, okay, we have those in abundance, so we need energy from elsewhere, so it goes for the fat. If you don't have branched chain aminos in your system, your body's just as likely to go for the muscle on you for energy. Not that you're gonna do one fasted cardio session without branched chain aminos and melt off all your muscle. That's not how it works. If you're wanting to be truly successful, you need to stack all the odds in your favor. So my recommendation is do at least 5 to 10 grams of branched chain aminos before and 5 to 10 grams after. That's about the sweet spot in my opinion. I used to do all my cardio and all my training fasted. The last cut I did, if you see the really shredded pictures of me, I'll post on Instagram and stuff like that. Those are from my last cut. And I did all my training and all my cardio fasted. And I implemented those branched chain aminos that way, and I came in the leanest I've ever been, the biggest I've ever been. So that's my recommendation, man. Thank you, as always, Kevin, for your support, buddy. Appreciate you. All right, next question is from Luke Wager. Do you think trying to run 5 different sources of income, all linked together, is too much for someone to take on, or do you think it's doable with the right mindset? Well, Luke, let me let you in on a little secret, man. Anything is doable with the right mindset. I would say now I have about 5 sources of income. I have YouTube, I have my online coaching services, I have my sponsorship through Pure Bolics, I have my apparel, and then let me see, is there a 5th one in there? Is there a 5th one in there? Okay, so I have 4. I have 4 sources of income. I'm making it happen, man. I'm making it happen. That's that one thing when you start asking questions like, well, is this doable with the right mindset? If you're asking that question, then at that point in time, you probably don't have the right mindset. The right mindset is that anything's possible, right? You got to think about it. Your average millionaire has 7 sources of income. So if you're trying to get on that level, you need to up your game. There's a lot of people out there playing this whole game at a very high level when it comes to finances, making money, and stacking bread. Stacking bread. You just got to understand that, like, if you can dream it, you can achieve it, right? And there's really no such thing as having too much money, in my personal opinion. The more money you have, the more financial freedom you have, the more ability you have to take risks and focus on your dreams and not stress over the petty stuff like trying to get this bill paid or trying to get this done or whatever. You can go do what you want when you want. And that's one of the things I've loved about everything I do now, is that I now finally have like financial freedom, right? So where I'm not saying I'm a millionaire, but if I want something, I can go buy it. If I want to go do this, I can, right? If I want to go do an eating challenge that I got to pay for everybody in, like the pizza challenge, it doesn't bother me because I have that money. I would say if you have the opportunity to rake in 5 different sources of income from the same source, then you're already a few steps ahead of a lot of people. And I would say you never really know if it's going to work until you try. But if you never try it, you will always wonder for the rest of your life if you missed out on a great opportunity. So I recommend just going for it, man. The universe has a way of telling you if you're ready or not. So I would dive in head first and see what happens, man. Awesome question. Thank you, by the way. All right, we have a question from Drew Knuckles. He asks, I need a good workout for love handles. Haha, no, but seriously, I do. All right, man, let me give it to you straight here. There is no such thing as targeted fat loss. What I mean by that is you're never gonna do one workout that's gonna specifically target fat on you in any type of way. The way your body carries fat and where it stores it at is a result of genetics. Everybody has different genetics and everybody holds fat differently. Someone like me, I've talked about this before, but someone like me, I hold fat in my lower abdomen and lower back. Whereas someone like Nate, he can get at a higher body fat percentage than me, but he doesn't appear to have the same level of body fat being held in his lower belly as I do. Whereas some people carry it on their legs, some people carry it on their arms, whereas I tend to keep pretty lean arms year round. It's one of those things, you're not gonna do any sort of side oblique crunches or anything that's gonna get rid of that fat. That is a result of you just dropping your body fat percentage. So as much as you might not wanna hear this, it's gonna come down to your diet, first and foremost. Getting rid of that is gonna come down to your diet. You add a good diet in with some cardio. I have tons of diet videos you can watch. Couple of diet with some cardio training, get the heart rate up, give yourself a calorie deficit, and eventually, with some patience, that fat will come off and you will lose those love handles. I guarantee it. Thanks for your question, man. Appreciate you. All right, next question from Jake Wright. This is appropriate. He asks, when you are on vacation, do you track your macros and do you work out? It's been a little bit since I've been on vacation. vacation, but the last times I've been on vacation, what I typically recommend, right? Because vacation in and of itself is a vacation, right? You want a break from the daily grind and everything you do on the regular. Me personally, I don't track or log anything on vacation. Now, if I was traveling to, let's say, maybe like a fitness expo and I need to be in really good shape for it, then yeah, that'd be different because that's business, not really a vacation. But if we're talking a true vacation where your idea is to relax, be stress-free, I don't track anything. Now, I do try to make good choices though. I'm not gonna go, oh, we're not tracking, and then go face first into a pie and buffalo wings. That's not gonna happen. But what I will do is, grilled chicken, not worry about how much is there. If there's some sauce, I'm not really worried about it, right? I'll still try to limit my carb intake and make smarter decisions. And usually I'll try to have like maybe one cheat meal a day. Like I'm talking cheat meal where I don't really care. As far as tracking everything meticulously in MyFitnessPal, I don't do that. Not on vacation. But as far as working out goes, when I'm on vacation, I work out pretty much every single day because I love working out. For me, working out makes me happy. Working out is my happy place. Fitness is my passion. So if I'm on vacation, why would I not work out? I get joy and happiness out of that. My day doesn't feel complete without that workout. So really, if I missed that workout on vacation, it should probably stress me out. So I love going to a new gym, especially when it's not a hotel gym, especially when I have to go seek out a gym, go there, I get a day pass and get to just lift in a completely new environment. Not only does that get you outside of your comfort zone a little bit, but you have new access to machines you've never used, you have access to equipment and facilities you've never seen before, and really it's just a good way to kind of get outside the box a little bit, guys. It's vacation. It's about adventuring, living, getting outside of your comfort zone. And I don't think my vacation would be complete without a good pump on the beach. Working out for sure, tracking macros, not so much. Thanks for your question, man. All right, guys, next question comes from Mike Gonza. He says he's starting his own YouTube channel that will showcase his transformation from 208 pounds of fat to 260 pounds lean in 4 months using keto. He wants to vlog as much as he can to show the true struggle of the journey. Do I have any tips for daily beginner vloggers? Number one tip for a new YouTuber doing daily videos is don't do daily videos. Don't do daily videos at all. That will burn you out so quick. And honestly, if you are putting out daily videos and you're brand new, your content probably isn't very good. I'm just saying that. Some of my first content was not very good at all. And I've reached a point now where I do daily videos and my content could be better for sure. I could spend a little more time editing. I could really fine tune stuff a little more. But I've reached a point where I think for daily uploads, my content's about as good as it's gonna get, if that makes any sense. Like I try to go in, make everything clean, make it run smoothly, and I feel comfortable behind the camera and everything's good. But if you're starting out with daily vlogs, the struggle to do daily content is way harder than anybody thinks. You can tell yourself at the beginning that you're gonna do a video every day, but you better be ready to dig deep when it's time, because there's days that I don't feel like making anything, where my brain doesn't seem to be working right, where I didn't sleep well, where I don't have any content lined up, and I gotta pull a video out of my butt at the last minute to try to just get something out for you guys to not break the streaks. My first recommendation is don't start daily. Absolutely don't do daily. At the maximum, I would do 2 videos a week at first. Really taking your time. Make content that people want to see. No one wants to watch boring content. There's far too many YouTubers nowadays. When people tell me, I started a channel, watch it. I'll get emails like that all the time. And I'll usually hop into their video. And I know within a minute if people are going to like it or not. Because if you watch a video and there's just tons of like dead air and there's nothing really going on, and the guy leaves the camera on, he says, okay guys, we're prepping this. Let me go grab my plate. And then he walks and grabs it and walks back and you have 20 seconds of nothing. It's like, no one wants to watch that. In this day and age, everybody's competing for your attention span. You have Facebook, you have Snapchat, you have notifications going off left and right on your phone trying to veer you away towards what else you're doing. If you have a smartphone, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if your content is not engaging, it's not getting people's attention, and they are not invested in it, then you've already lost subscribers. I would recommend, like I said, 1 to 2 videos a week. Focus on your camera personality. I got really good at the camera thing with doing Snapchats every day. That's what I started with daily, with Snapchats. What is up, Snapchat? Remington James here, checking in with you guys once again. You know what I mean? I just did that every single day, and that eventually got me really good behind the camera. And then I transitioned into it slowly, and then I worked up to daily videos. So start small. Don't try to do too much at once. That is the quickest way to burn out and really have your feelings hurt when you spend a week making 7 videos to only get a combined 30 views across all of them. So focus on perfecting the craft first, and then you can branch out from there. Thanks for your question, man. All right, guys, final question of this Q&A comes from Andrew Eaton. Do you prefer dogs or cats? And would you ever get one for company? Thanks. All right, so I love animals, guys. I absolutely love animals. Dogs, cats, I don't care, I love them. Now, if I had to pick between one or the other, I'm gonna pick a dog. I grew up with dogs. I grew up with cats too, but I grew up with dogs. And in my opinion, with a dog, you get much more of an intimate connection with a dog, right? A cat seems like it kind of just like lays around and waits for you to feed it. It doesn't really like, it's not really super excited to see you when you get home. I do know cats that have been excited to see you when you get home, but the way a dog is happy to see you when you get home is completely different. And it's been a long time since I've had a dog, but anytime I'm around one, I just gotta pet them. You guys know Ankrum has Chuck. I love that dog. dog, and I think somewhere down the road in my life I will have a dog for certain. But right now I realize being a single guy that lives by himself, as busy as I am, I do not have the time to properly care for a dog. I would love to get a puppy, raise that puppy up, and just like let it grow with me and have like a companion like that. I think it'd be great for YouTube. I think you guys would love it, and I can make some really good puppy content. I just don't have the time right now. And same thing as I talk about like with having like a full-time girlfriend, right? I just do not have the resources available for me to commit to something like that. So I understand that. I understand that if I did try, ultimately it would probably take away a little bit from what I'm doing here with the channel and everything. So I think that's ultimately right now that's not the right move to make. But in the future, for sure, I will have a dog. But I do love cats too, though. If I were to get something right now, it'd be a cat, because it wouldn't require much for me to manage with. But then I thought about it though. I thought about that the other day, and I had someone bring up a good point. They're like, well, the way cats are, you'd be filming a video like this, the cat jumps up, knocks the camera over, you know, because they're everywhere. I'm trying to do a meal plan, it jumps on the computer. Like, then I'm like, man, that'd be a hassle too. So yeah, for right now, no animals, but maybe in the future, once Remington is a little more settled down, we'll do that. Okay guys, that wraps up this Q&A video. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm kind of burning through these pretty quick. I'm hoping my answers are adequate enough for you guys and you're liking the content I'm putting out. I really do appreciate it. If you hit that like button, it lets me know that you enjoy this style of video and you want to see more of it. So thank you guys to everybody that participated in this Q&A, and be on the lookout for more videos coming soon. Like I said, if you're watching this, I'm probably on vacation right now. So I have a lot of these kind of filmed in advance. I'm going through answering all you guys' questions, and I'm going to be filming some probably while I'm down there too. So don't forget to go over to the Facebook page and leave your question. That way I have more opportunities to answer some really good ones. With that, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for your support. And don't forget to smile, remain positive, and pay someone a compliment, because you never know whose day you could be making better. With that, I am out of here. This has been a Remington James production, and I'll see you guys at the next video. See you guys.